Hey ladies, welcome back. Today I want to talk about our read alouds that we are going to be using for the 2020-2021 homeschool year. So today's video is going to be all about books. This video has been one that I've been promising you since the very beginning of our homeschool year. I think I might finally, maybe, have my ducks in order for our read alouds. Now, keep in mind, this is our very first year having read alouds that are planned in our homeschool that are not related to our homeschool curriculum. So these are just fun read alouds. Of course, we've always had books that I read to my kids, all those things, but usually they're just simple, seasonal books, so to speak. These are chapter books that are not curriculum specific. Now, to some, like myself, this is a whole new concept. I have been inspired by Tori over at the Oglesby Ohana to really spend some time just reading aloud with my children. I've really truly been discovering the power in reading aloud with your children. I have been reading so many different books from Sally Clarkson, and it's just been an awesome experience. So without going into a long drawn out detail, that's where we're at. This is our very first year actually having books that are planned through our homeschool year aside from our curriculum. We have books and read alouds that are curriculum related. These are not. I'm a homeschool mom of boys, a 7th grader, a 5th grader, and a 2nd grader. And sometimes it's hard to find books that will be interesting to my boys. They're mountain boys. They're not into really any superheroes. They're all about hunting, fishing, dirt biking, the mountains, big trucks, you name it. These are the books we're gonna read aloud as a family for this homeschool year. The very first book in our read aloud plan for the year is Charlotte's Web. We have 2 chapters left in this book. I was really hoping to be done with it by now, but we've had kind of some different hiccups along the road, so to speak. And so Charlotte's Web, we have 2 chapters left. I cannot wait to finish. I do just want to say that this whole concept of read alouds for our family has definitely been a transitional process. It's not something in the beginning that my boys were absolutely in love with. So if your kids aren't there yet either, don't give up. Keep pushing, keep reading. They will get it. They will get to that point of enjoying it and wanting more. So if you're a homeschool mom of boys that don't want any part of reading aloud, don't give up. Trust me, don't give up. The next book I want to share with you that we are going to read aloud, and this is a big one, guys. This book is a meaty book. Where the Red Fern Grows. This is my boys all the way. There's nothing more I can say. This is right up their avenue, right up their alley. Boys, hunting, country life, dogs. This is them. So this is going to be a good one. My boys are dog boys, and we don't have a dog. So we're gonna live through books right now. The next book, My Side of the Mountain. This book has been recommended to me through 2 different avenues. One is from a homeschool mom that goes to a co-op that we used to be a part of. We are still very much in contact with each other. She has shared My Side of the Mountain with me before. Her copy is the older, I'm assuming it's the very first edition. I went ahead when this was on sale and ordered a copy of our own so I can give her back her copy. We will have our own copy now, My Side of the Mountain. This will be a read aloud that my boys are going to fall in love with, I guarantee it. The next book I want to share that is part of our read alouds is A Long Walk to Water. This is one that in the Gather Round homeschool community, a lot of moms have been pairing this book specifically with the Africa unit study. We've not done Africa yet. I hope to finish that or even start that unit study before we end our 2020-2021 homeschool year. So A Long Walk to Water, I think that will be a great book to read aloud with my boys, whether we pair it with a unit study or not. Again, these are not specifically pertaining to anything that we're learning about. They're just read alouds for our family. Some of them go with the curriculum that we're using and what we might be studying, and some of them do not. So I have shared these Christian heroes books with you before. I have the young readers. They're the heroes of history for young readers. I have a collection of them, but these are just 2 of them that are part of our read alouds for this homeschool year. This one is George Washington Carver. This one here is George Washington. These books are not chapter books. They're something we can very easily do at the end of a lesson, but these are 2 of them that I want to add to this homeschool year specifically. And then for the chapter books, there are a lot of moms who assign these as independent readers for their children. But in our home, I want to go through them with my boys. I want to learn more about these Christian heroes as well. So the first one we have here is Gladys Allward, and then I have Eric Liddell as well from the Christian Heroes series. These will not be, like I said, these are not independent readers. These are ones that I will go through with my boys and we will read these together. I want to get the whole entire set, but I have not yet. Baby steps, right? Baby steps. The next book I want to share is a recommendation from my husband. HATCHET by Gary Paulson. I'm not sure if this is going to be too intense for my youngest. We shall see. I'm excited to read this with my older two, though. It's definitely on the list for our homeschool read alouds for this year. Again, just another simple read aloud. This book right here is actually one my kids could go through independently, but I want to read this aloud as a family as well. We are currently working through the Gather Round U.S. government mini unit right now. And I'm going to share an update on how things are going in a future video. So click that subscribe button and stick around if you're interested in that. If you have not checked these out before, the Story of books, there is a whole collection of them on Amazon. I'll leave everything linked in the description box down below in case you want to check anything out for yourself. If you want to look into anything a little bit further, kind of do some research of your own, everything will be linked down below, everything I'm sharing with you in this video. But there's a whole series and collection of these books that are on Amazon, the Story of. So definitely check them out. I love the what was, the who was books, but the story of, these books are just a different angle. They bring life back into them, so to speak. But then I do have two books that are from the What Was America series. I've got What Was the Underground Railroad, and then also What Was the Titanic. So correct me if I'm wrong here, but I feel like Gather Round is actually going to be doing a unit study on the Underground Railroad. I feel like I saw that somewhere. So I'm really looking forward to reading through that with my boys. So I've shared with you guys before that we are going through a lot of the what is America, who was, Abraham Lincoln, George Washington, all of those. But those are a little bit more curriculum specific. So I'm not sharing those in this video because we are doing them with our curriculum that we're using. These books right here are just extras outside of our homeschool curriculum that I'm wanting to go through with my boys. The last three books I want to share with you, these are fun ones. These are not books that I purchased. These were gifts to my boys from their grandparents, which is awesome. They came in a collection of 6. My boys are already fighting over who's going to read what first. But like I said before, these are right up my boys' alley, okay? These are just 3 of them. They have the other 3 in their rooms. These are the Hometown Hunters collection from Lane Walker. This one here is the Lost Deer Camp. This one is The Day It Rained Ducks. The Legend of the Ghost Buck. And there are a couple other ones. There's an elk hunting one, a bear hunting one, and I can't remember what the turkey hunting. Yes, it's a turkey hunting one. So these are just fun readers for my boys. These will be independent. These aren't something we're going to read aloud. These are independent readers, but I just had to share them in here because if you have boys that are wild boys and outdoor boys, these might be something that they would love. I don't have a review on them yet because we haven't read through them. Like I said, we just got them and just opened them up. My boys are super excited to read them. I think they're going to be awesome. They're right up their alley. Like I said, my boys are not into video games or superheroes or any of that. They are mountain boys through and through. So these are going to be awesome books for them. That's everything that I have to share with you for our homeschool read alouds for this homeschool year. Like I said before, things are subject to change. If they do, I will let you know. If we do breeze through these quicker than I had planned, I will share with you anything that I add in that's extra, anything like that. But there are so many of you who have asked what we read aloud, what my boys enjoy reading, recommendations for boys. These are my book recommendations for boys. So I do hope that through me sharing with you our read alouds that we have planned for this homeschool year, that maybe there's something you might find here that one of your children would find interesting, or maybe it just kind of sparks a little bit of fire inside of you to try and do some read alouds with your family as well. I am learning and discovering how important and wonderful actually that read aloud time is with my boys. And we've only done 1 book. Like I said, we are 1 book in and I'm already like, yes, give me more. So anyway, that's what we plan on doing for read alouds for this homeschool year. I hope that you found this video helpful. I hope it was encouraging. Like I said, I hope that it lit a little fire inside of you to maybe do some read alouds with your family. I don't know. You never know. Everything that I can will be linked in the description box down below, so feel free to check any of those out. I thank you so much for sticking around for this video. Hit that subscribe button if you have not already. We are over on Instagram at Simply Living It if you want to check us out there, see some behind the scenes stuff. And also, if you have a new homeschool mom friend that needs some encouragement, some love, some direction, just a big hug, send her my way. Share my channel with her. I would love to help encourage and support as many of you homeschool mamas as I can. I will see you all in our next video. Have a wonderful day, ladies.